I was about to say, is no one else going to attack? Because, I mean, I can do this on my own, but... Yeah, I guess he, has an ability to turn them into a spirit that seems to fight on our side for a little bit, which is cool. That seems like some kind of dark magic, but whatever, works out. Examine. What have I examined exactly? No need to tell me, game. No need. It's cool. I don't need to know what's going on. Some sort of red Jenny stuff, I would imagine, because we found that supply cache. But who knows? I guess it doesn't really matter in the end, does it? And I'm not sure we're going to find the other landmark on our own here. That's my fort, I believe. Pretty big. Yeah, so let's take a look at the map real quick and see if there's anything obvious. It's probably in this general vicinity somewhere, but I don't really care enough. So I guess what we can do is head back to Skyhold. See what we can do there. Like I said, I think we're probably going to go help out Josephine on her family business. I'm going to have to look at the journal and figure out exactly what that entails. Feeling pretty good, though. We fought 2 dragons now, though, and they both went pretty well. I think my inventory is probably getting kind of full again. It gets full so fast. It's ridiculous. Especially because a lot of this stuff is kind of low-level crap that I don't really need, but, you know, I'm saving up my money. So, for what, I don't know. But it can't hurt to have gold. I always try to do my best to collect as much as I can. I don't know, like, once I find out what the level cap is, and I can craft, like, armor that goes up to the maximum level, I would, you know, put some money into a really nice set of armor once we stop outgrowing everything. It's always the problem in these kind of games, is I never really want to put all the money and stuff into the nice armor until you get to the level cap, because otherwise it's kind of a waste. Because you just end up outstripping this stuff pretty quick. Should probably talk to somebody else while we're here. I've always like people I neglect all the time, like Solus here.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, the machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Shiral, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
I'm pleased you had a good time.
Political gambits, broken promises, half-truths. It is a palace full of motivation. And motivation is where great things happen. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally, especially after helping her neutralize Briala.
My sensing concern over how we dealt with Briala.
No? Why would I disapprove of... Oh, because we're both elves. I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
You should consider it.
Nor should you. You're not defined by the shape of your ears. They're not your people.
No, they are not. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, Briala did what she could. She was an admirable woman, even if her gambit failed.
Even if we couldn't help Briala, I hope we can make life better for Orlesian elves.
Stop Corypheus. That will do for a start. It speaks well of you to feel for the oppressed. Help them for that. Know them for what they are, instead of just seeing a pair of pointed ears.
That's good advice. So he keeps on painting stuff. Guess that's the Empress there. Know what all this is. I like his paintings though. They're pretty sweet. Looks like he's about halfway done with this room, so I assume we're probably halfway done with the game, like main quest wise. I do not want to be out here. That would be my assumption. Let's see if we can go upstairs and find Dorian or somebody up here. Well, guess we found him.
Anything interesting?
A letter regarding Felix. He spilled wine on you in Redcliffe, remember? I was trying to discover what became of him. Where he ended up.
And?
Nothing. Redcliffe is abandoned, and there's no trace of him. It's as if he never existed. I think the Venatori found out he was helping me. I think they killed him.
Are you all right?
He was ill, and thus on borrowed time anyhow.
That doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
I know. Felix used to sneak me treats from the kitchens when I was working late in his father's study. Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
I kind of forgot about those two people and all completely.
With the two of you...
Felix and I? What an odd question. No. I had no intention of abusing Alexius's hospitality by seducing his son. Not that I've been proper my whole life, by any means. It wasn't like that. Even in illness, Felix was the best of us. With him around, you knew things could be better.
You make it sound like he was a better person than you.
What a mad thing to say. Few people are better than I. Very well, a better person, clearly, not nearly as handsome. Thankfully, Felix wasn't the only decent sort kicking around Thedas.
Suppose that's true. I am pretty decent. So, why do I have a marker up here? What is that for? No one knows. Okay, well, we'll go figure that out in a second. Is it down there? I guess it is. Huh, we'll have to look into that. It's kind of odd. Who wants to talk to me? Oh, you again?
My Lord Inquisitor, it's good of you to speak.
You are pissing me off.
I have news regarding one of your companions, the Tevinter.
Has Dorian done something wrong?
No, thankfully. It's nothing like that. I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas, out of Carenas. Are you familiar with them?
Familiar? We've never met, if that's what you're suggesting.
I'm suggesting nothing. I'm only curious whether you know of his situation. The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son and pleading for my aid. They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped...
Just what kind of meeting do you have in mind?
I believe they just want to talk, to understand why Dorian felt he had to come here. Somewhere private, away from Skyhold, but not in Tevinter. You make them nervous, I think. They don't understand why he's here with the Inquisition. They want him to come home.
What happens if Dorian doesn't agree?
Hopefully that will be the end of it. If not, well, that's why you should be there.
I'll see what I can do.
Bless you, Inquisitor. The family will send our retainer to meet the young man at the Redcliffe Tower, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I shall pray for your success, and the young man's happiness. That's all we can hope for. Is it not?
I suppose. We'll look into that. I think I will probably actually speak to Dorian before I have him do anything, so... might as well continue picking my stuff here. And I'm going to try to talk to Morrigan again, just to see if she has anything new to say.
My Lord Inquisitor.
Now that you've seen the Inquisition up close, what are your impressions?
'Tis remarkable what you have built. I will give you that. Soldiers are camped outside Skyhold in numbers that would give any nation pause. All this in precious little time, conjured from thin air through the power of fervor alone. I wonder if Corypheus suspected what he was enabling, just as I wonder what will become of all this once he is defeated.
I've no idea what will happen once all this is over.
Do you not? No doubt there will be countless men and women with suggestions.
I bet you're one of them,
Beware
Morrigan.
the heights you reach, Inquisitor. When this is done, many will be eager to knock you back down.
I'd like to know more about you.
If you have questions, then ask.
I guess I
I'll
don't.
leave you to the garden.
Of course.
She's right about that. I don't know what kind of world we're going to be shaping. I can go do my reavering, can't I? Should probably go do that. Putting that off for far too long. So where is that? I think it's under Path of the Inquisitor or something like that. Is this it? Timely intervention. That's the thing I don't want to do right now. Speak to Dorian about the letter. What was this one? Timely intervention or reports potential Red Templar activity. Oh, that's the war table thing still. Who the heck are these guys? Let's go to the journal. It's all confusing. Alright, now does it show up? Yes, it does. Okay. So how in the world do I get over there? Who is this? This is Cullen. So it looks like there's like a staircase there, possibly. Try to find that. This place is crazy. It can be kind of easy to get lost here. I'm glad they don't have fall damage. We're very grateful they turn off the fall damage here. I'm going to assume that this is somewhat correct. Or not. Or maybe. Who knows? Whoa. Lag spike. Alright, which one used the Reaver? Was it you? No, you're probably the champion. Breaker. I think that's the Reaver one.
Yourself, Inquisitor. That is the one thing a Reaver cannot do. Let's not waste time. You've dragons to conquer, infusions to make, and blood to drink.
Yum.
What do you mean by blood?
I meant what I said, and it was meant to stop you cold. This way begins and ends with dragon blood. Blood is life. Life is power. It's that simple. Reavers know it. Blood mages know it. All others can debate it in the next world.
Dragons are involved?
Dragons are the heart of it. The beating heart. We take of the dragon and become more than a mortal with a sword. We become a conduit to power. But we're not mages. Demons reach through but find no purchase. They're a slave to the blade. Your blade.
Well, that sounds useful.
Right. Tell me how it begins.
You have the instruction. Get to it. I do not like waiting. Do not
well,
fail yourself, Inquisitor. That is the one thing a Reaver cannot do.
do I need to go somewhere and do something? I have all the stuff. Show me the process.
Right. Tell me how it begins.
You have the instruction. Get to
God
it.
damn it. I guess I never talked to this
Do
guy.
not
Let's.
delay glory, Inquisitor. You also delay the glory of those you inspire.
I did deal
Set
with
your
him.
stand.
I'm not
Well, what the
committing
hell
yet.
do you want me to do? What the hell do they want me to do, indeed? Speak to the trainers. Okay, that's not useful. Way of the Reaver. Okay, what are we doing? Gather the materials, study the methods. Kill rivals. I did that. So I've acquired all that stuff. Acquire the writing on Reaver methods. Okay. Where is that? The Book of Merchant in Val Royale. Well, let's go try to... I want to get this thing resolved, but before we do that, let's go deal with the war room real quick here, because